All right, boys, it's Monday, and it is more Supra time. So we're headed down to European Auto Source, and Steve there took care of us last time when we did kind of the initial basic tuning on the stock setup in 91 octane. He's gonna set us back up, and we're gonna hit up Ken from Wedge Performance now, who's gonna throw a custom tune on the MHD tuner for this VP Racing Fuels MS109 race fuel, which is 109 octane, oxygenated, unleaded, so it won't really damage the O2 sensors or anything like a lot of race gas with lead in it does. And we're gonna see if we can break that 500 horsepower mark. Yeah, baby. Little morning burst right there, dude. Yeah. Fuel you up.
This thing sounds nuts.
Does it sound good?
Yeah.
It sounds good for the driver's seat.
Oh my god. It's like gunshots like the whole time. It's so good.
We'll see what an extra 100 horsepower does. All right, we're having a little issue. We just got here to European Auto Source, having a little issue with the MHD connecting to the app. So we're gonna pull the battery real quick, gonna give it a little reset. Here we go, baby. Race gas tune. So this is the VP. So it's 109 octane, unleaded. So it's not going to mess with any of the O2 sensors or anything like that. So we can run it as hard as we want, and it's not going to, you know, because the lead really damages the O2 sensors in these, well, pretty much every car. That's why you got to replace them on the race cars quite often. So yeah, we'll see what she does, man.
Predictions?
Hoping for 500.
Yeah?
Hoping. I think we'll get there.
I think so.
Torque for sure. Power, the horsepower is the tough one, because it's the torque comes on so quick, so you can make a lot of it, but it runs out of steam real quick. So crossing a 500 horsepower mark on horsepower is definitely the tough one on this car. Come on, be easy. Jesus Christ. Back here at European Auto Source for the final power adders on this thing. We're boosting this thing up. We're waiting for Ken at Wedge Performance and MHD Tuners to give us a custom map that we're gonna load up and see what this thing does on VP Racing MS109. The last time we were here at European Auto Source with the MHD tuner and a stage 2 tune on 91 octane, it did 387 horsepower and what did it say, 430 foot-pounds of torque. So a pretty good increase in power for 91 octane. Now we're hoping we break that 500 horsepower mark. The car is already strapped down, and if you guys haven't seen a last episode, we did a VRSF catless downpipe, so straight through. Thing sounds way better, really wakes the engine up and makes it sound like a proper inline six. We did the AEM intake, and then of course we did some other proper stuff. Had to stance it out a little bit with some Rotiform wheels, some Nitto tires, and some BC Racing suspension. So right now we're just waiting on the tune, and we have the race gas already in it. It's already strapped down, it's ready to rock, and we'll just upload that map when we get it from Ken, see what this thing does. All right, so we are going to do a couple comparison runs. So first we're gonna start with the stage 1 at 95 octane on that MHD tuner. So this is a stock MHD tuner tune that we're uploading. So we're gonna see what that does. And then we're gonna hit stage 2 at 95 octane. And then Ken at Wedge Performance is gonna send over the custom map for the max output on this thing. Or, well, start with the max output on this thing. I'm sure it's gonna take 1 or 2 tries to really nail it down and be safe and have a lot of power. So we're gonna start here and work our way up. We got the boost! get the tires a little hotter?
Yeah.
So she got a little spin on a dyno, a little wheel spin. It's all good. Okay.
Stage 1, second track.
Much better.
Oh yeah.
So race gas on the stage 1, 2 with a downpipe and intake, and we're already higher than where we were. Maxed out on 91 octane and stock setup. We got plenty to go. All right, so this is the red is our old. This is our max that we did on 91, and the green is the new one. So a lot of gains everywhere, especially on Tuerck. Also, this has a self-learning ECU, so what if we ran it again, we'd probably see an even bigger increase.
Yeah. They usually start out pretty low and then jump up and then maybe do a little bit of increase.
Yeah.
But especially when you have good fuel, it doesn't need to do that as much.
Right. So you think we should jump to stage 2 right now?
Yeah.
Or you want to? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we're already past what we did the best last
Right.
time.
Yeah. I mean, let's quit beating around a bush here. So we just did stage 1. Now we're gonna go to stage 2. You can 91, 93, 95. So we'll click on that, and then we're gonna map right. It's loaded. So it takes a restart in the DME, and then you gotta wait 30 seconds once it like solidifies the map on the ECU. So now the gate, ignition turn back on. All right, we're good. Just gotta wait 30 seconds, and
It's that easy.
yeah, that's it. Seriously,
That's sick.
the stuff is super sick. It's so freaking simple.
It's better than having your buddy ride shotgun with a PC.
Yeah, doing a street tune.
Yeah.
Stage 2, 95.
Stage 2, run 1. Look at that.
Straight up.
Yeah.
We gained quite a bit. 432 for power now from 414, and then 456 from 436.
All right, making gains.
So it'll probably do a little bit more too on a second. We'll probably do a second pass with this, and then we'll wait for the custom map from Ken at Wedge.
We might just break 500 today.
It's possible, dude. It should definitely be possible on Tuerck. Power, we need another 70 horsepower on Tuerck, and I don't know what this small turbo can max out at as far as boost pressure, because it just ran about 20, and then the computer tries to sustain itself at 20 that entire time. So we'll see.
Stage 2, run 2.
It's right there. Intake air temp was a little bit higher, so we're at about the limit of the stage 2 tune. All right, so we're gonna look for a flash custom map. Not super hard, just you need to know what you're doing. So they just sent over the custom map, and then this is the map waiting for us right here. Contacting, right map, MS109 version 1. So we might go through a couple versions of this based on the data logging. So I'll probably have to send the data back to Ken so they can look it over and then kind of make some changes if they need to. All right, success, boys.
Let's see how she does.
Let's see what it does. See what she puts down. See what kind of numbers we get. Here we go. First run on the custom MS109 tune from Steve and Ken at Wedge Performance. So we'll see what she does. We finished at 456 torque and what, 430-ish?
8-ish?
Hour?
Yeah.
Definitely a pretty decent increase.
You can see the boost not wanting to go past.
I know,
like
it doesn't want to go past 21 right after it hits its main peak torque number. So I think that's the struggle with this thing. All right, so now I got to send the graph log. Boom.
That
Awesome.
easy.
So they're gonna look at that, make some adjustments. I also got to take a picture of the dyno graph, and I'm sure that they are gonna make some changes to get us boosted up a little further here. I think that's the main struggle though, is just trying to keep boost on in the high RPM range. It's like that turbo is so tiny, it's maxed out at about 4,000 RPM, which is kind of wild, but it does hit hard at like 1,800. Yeah, we got a revision on the map. They probably changed the duty cycle on the turbo for the boost pressure. Not sure, I mean, I would assume that they made some changes to the timing map.
It's like sending a text message to your car, dude.
Pretty much.
Go faster.
It's like, downloading a picture or something. So Steve just sent over a revision on the map, and we'll see what he does, see what it does. Yeah, so definitely a good increase, 441 and 467. But boost was kind of falling off, so we'll see if boost is higher, if they change the duty cycle on that. I'm assuming they did, so that it helps keep the boost pressure on up through the RPM range. Custom tune, second pass with a revision. We need to keep we're gonna keep going. Gotta keep going.
We gotta at least break 450.
All right, we just put down version 1.2, which is the third edition of the custom map. Steve and Ken said the logs actually looked really good. Everything's really clean, but they want to just kind of do this in small increases. So they're gonna start pushing the turbo a lot harder and then cranking some timing into it. They just kind of want to see where we get to first before they start doing that. So right now, on this last one, they made a change to the variable valve timing on the cams, and we'll see what kind of increase we get in power for that.
Justin 10, run 3.
Bit better, tiny bit. All right, here we go. Another revision. I'm not even sure what they did, but I'm sure they're trying to make more power. Here we go. Torque stayed about the same, but at least we got a little powering. It's just, you know, they're working it out. They're working it out. Throw the boost at it, start adding timing, we'll be good. Here we go, version 1.4. Time to make some power, baby.
Better?
That was definitely better. So a little bit more power, and definitely a decent amount more jump in torque. So we're cresting that 500 horsepower mark.
1.5?
1.5. Is this the money one? This
Yeah.
might be the money one. There we go, baby. All right. Yeah, max power is getting up there. All right, we just hit the hurdle. That was a threshold. Now let's get some more. 1.6. We already broke the 500 horsepower, or sorry, 500 foot-pound mark at 503, 475 horsepower. We'll see if they can get the horsepower up, as I'm sure torque is going to continue to increase. We'll see what happens. Brendan's seen over 500 on horsepower on this dyno, so we know it's capable. We'll see how it goes. A little less. A lot less on the horsepower. The last pull we just did was the intake air temps were a little high, like 115. So it might have pulled a little more timing out, and that's why we saw a little loss of power. So we just let it cool off. And this thing has an air to water intercooler. So it's based off what the engine temperature and the coolant temperature is to help sustain it a lot cooler. And this is the MHD, so it has different gauges. Obviously the intake air temp is now at 104. So I mean, that should be a lot better. We'll see if this thing makes even more horsepower than the second to last run. All right, run 2, 1.6.
Sounds good.
With chilled out intake air temps. Here we go. 77. That's pretty freaking good, dude.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's almost 100 from when we showed up this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, just shy of 100 horsepower from when we showed up. And this is already a tune. Like, this thing showed up totally bone stock. So this is what we left at last time as our highest horsepower on 91 octane. Now we're at 511 and 478. So it's almost 100 extra horsepower on race gas with a catless downpipe, an AAM intake, and a tune from Ken and Steve at Wedge Performance. It's pretty freaking sick, dude. I'd say I'm pretty stoked on that.
Oh yeah.
So from stock, I don't know if you can pull up the stock map.
Oh, yeah.
When we first, just a stock baseline map that we did on this thing.
No tune, nothing.
No tune, nothing. Here we go, yeah. 333, 377 foot-pounds of torque, bone stock.
Yeah.
And now we're at 478 and 511. Yo, I mean, come on, dude. You can't beat that. For a catless downpipe, an AM intake, race gas, and a tune, like, yeah. The cost per horsepower performance ratio is really freaking good on this car.
And the sounds are better.
And it sounds way better. Maybe maybe she'll spit some flames now. We didn't see any yet, but maybe.
Maybe. You can definitely hear the turbo more.
Yeah. All right, so thank you to Steve at European Auto Source, Brendan for hooking us up on the dyno, Ken and Steve at Wedge Performance. If you guys are looking for tunes on your Supra or BMW, those are the guys to hit up. MHD tuners, VRSF for the catless downpipe, AEM for the intake, and then obviously the boys at Rotoform, Nitto, and BC Racing for hooking up with wheels and tires and suspension. This thing, the journey has almost come to the end in stock engine trim. So we're almost just about ready to take this thing to the track, have some fun.
Yeah.
Told you guys we're gonna be doing a giveaway or a little bit of a swag bag for the person that guesses the horsepower or the power. Now I didn't specify horsepower and torque, so I'm gonna give away 2 giveaways to the 2 people that guessed the proper horsepower at 478 and 511. You guys are each gonna be getting a brand new Formula Supra shirt and a Race Service Dad hat. This is what I'm wearing right here. Boom, boom. Pretty sweet, right? All right, so the winners that guessed the proper horsepower at 478 was Vanya Sheveko. Probably destroyed that name, but you guys are gonna have to DM me and Instagram with your address so I can ship this stuff out. And the other winner who guessed the proper horsepower was Mafia_Boomin', and he guessed 511 proper. So you guys are the winners of some swag. And hit me in the direct message so I can get you guys' address. We can ship this stuff out. It'll be all good. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next Formula Supra episode. Peace.